The Spotlight on Frazee is brought to you by the Frazee Forum, your locally owned and operated newspaper serving Frazee and Vergas. Frazee Family Foods, open 8 to 8, 7 days a week on East Main. And Economic Development Authority, helping business grow in the Frazee area.
Welcome to Spotlight on Frazee. I'm your host, Hank Ludtke, and I'm here today with Jason Sannes-Venhuizen. Hi, Jason.
Hi, Hank. And
we're out at the beautiful Fisher Century Farm, just southeast of Frazee. And we're behind us is Albertson Lake, looking back towards Frazee, and we're sitting right on the old canal through part of the old flood control system that's based off the South Dam here at Frazee at the Lions Park, and connects into 5 more lakes behind the camera. You can't see that part of it. But we're out here today, and we're standing right along the course for the Fisher Century Farm Xtreme Cross Country.
That's right. Yeah, we run a great meet out here once a year. I think it's the third week in September. And we invite different schools from the area to come out and run a cross-country meet. The cross-country meets usually are 5K, 3.1 miles for the boys varsity, and then the girls varsity is a 4K, which is like 2.5 miles, and then there's a junior high race as well, and that's just short of 2 miles. But they all go right through here and up this hill.
Through the water.
Yeah, so we're very thankful for this canal they dug how many years ago, you know? So
back in I think the 30s.
Right. So it's not too deep. It's only like a foot or 2 deep, and kids really seem to enjoy the variety of, usually we run on golf courses and stuff, so this is very unique, and a lot of the kids, it's the highlight of their year and maybe their whole cross-country career even, hopefully. So
well, this is you don't get this rustic of an area to run in normally.
No, this is absolutely beautiful. It's definitely a runner's race too. We designed it. Anyone who's ran before, I mean, the variety, this is kind of what running's all about, getting out and enjoying the outdoors, and we kind of time it in September like this to the leaves are starting to change, and it's a one-loop track for all the runners, so it's not as easy to spectate, except, of course, for this spot is a very popular spectator spot because the kids coming through the water, but there's other places where the runners are just by themselves out enjoying a good run and outdoors. So.
Well, and the other year we had our former superintendent, Darren Stender, out here, and he was going with them on the bicycle, and we have a picture of him in the water carrying the bike with the kids flying off the hill behind him and splashing through the water alongside him. That was a great picture.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun, and that was our first year doing it, and it's been a learning experience every year. We were actually just talking about this yesterday about how to stay ahead of the kids, so when you get here, because it takes longer for the bike to get through here, and then up the hill before the kids catch you and start passing you. So we kind of have to, at one corner down the way, really pedal hard, get here, and then wait for them at the top of the hill. So,
and plus you run through a barn out here on the Ebeltoft farm.
Yep, Rose Ebeltoft, very generous, allows us to use her property as well, along with the Fishers and the Thorpes. We're very grateful for their generosity and letting us use the property.
Mm-hmm. Well, you know, and then one thing about this cross country, how many teams do you have coming in?
We'll have 8 teams this year.
And you'll see this after the race has been done, unfortunately. So.
Right. Yeah, there's 8 teams that will have competed this year already. I guess it'll be, there's some from North Dakota as well. We have Richland, Wheaton, and Circle of Nations is all schools in North Dakota that'll be coming. And then locally in Minnesota, we have Breckenridge, West Central area, Dilworth, Glendon, Felton, and Detroit Lakes, and along with Frazee, of course. So.
Well, and I to me, this is just as really exciting. When I was a kid, I used to love to run, and cross country is just phenomenal to me. But you know, we look forward to showing you some of the pictures of this in the future. But just to let you know, there's more to Frazee than just coming downtown or coming to see a meet in town. There's things that happen out in the area here that is just phenomenal.
Yeah. And the neat thing is, we're only a mile from town, too.
We're a mile
That's
from town.
Thing,
there's 2,000 acres between the family out here in the meandering land that attaches itself to the city of Frazee.
Yeah.
So, you know, we're going to let you go right now, and we'll be back in just a few minutes here with Jason, and we'll talk about some of the other things that happen on Fisher Farm and something a little bit about community volunteerism. With that, we'll be right back on Spotlight on Frazee.
The Spotlight on Frazee is brought to you by the City of Frazee. When booking your special event, they invite you to the Frazee Event Center. And United Community Bank, where you are among friends. Member FDIC.
Welcome back to Spotlight on Frazee. I'm here again with Jason Sannes-Venhuizen, the cross-country track coach, but that's not the only thing that Jason does. He also works with our Ottertail River Kayak and Canoe Club and heads that up for the last 2 years, which has been phenomenal. You've been able to start at the beginning of the route and go all the way to the end.
Right. Yeah, the DNR put out, I guess, as river keepers that helped design this map as well, along with the help of the DNR, put out a wonderful map called a water trail. So you have a regular trail. This is a water trail of the whole Ottertail River, starting in Rochert, ending in Breckenridge, designating each mile of the river, where to portage, where not to portage, any hazards. Wonderful map, and we started at Rochert, ended in Breckenridge. Took us 2 years, kind of went once a month, just leisurely, but
157 miles.
Yeah.
A trail.
Yep.
Yeah, and the river keepers were instrumental in this thing happening and mapping the route.
Yep.
And then getting back to Fisher Century Farm here, we have cross-country ski trails out here. Yes. I think we have 12 kilometers or 12 miles of them.
Yeah, beautiful. I mean, it's an incredible property with from coniferous forest to deciduous to kind of lowlands, fields, lakes, quite the diversity of different environment.
Waterfall
aspects.
refuge.
Yeah, a lot of varying things. And Tom Watson, I know, has been very involved in mowing trails and grooming trails in the winter, and really creating a nice cross-country ski area here.
And that's what, it's the volunteerism that happens that makes this stuff go. These people like you that volunteer your time and your money and your friends and everybody else that helps these things happen. Also, we do our sled dog races out here.
Yeah.
And that's been a great boon over the years too, and we'll see what happens this year. We necked it down a bit last year to a smaller run, and we're hoping for more sponsors this year. But yeah, this is a great place to get back to nature. And when we talk about all the different organizations that help in these things, you've got your Lions Club, your Frazee Area Community Club, your Frazee Sportsman's Club, the Knights of Columbus, the kids from the school. Yep. You got your FFA kids. You've got and all the people that come out and help these things happen, and including our city workers. Donnie and Larry. Yep. Larry Stephenson, our street department supervisor, and his assistant, Donnie Tate. And it's all these things that help make Frazee the community it is. People like you out there that put your time forward to projects like Neighbor to Neighbor, or Meals on Wheels, or volunteer to help with, coach some of these kids in their different endeavors, whether it be wrestling or cross-country skiing or cross-country running, which is just phenomenal. In the old days, we used to just run at the golf course. We thought that was pretty much out back. That's nothing like running here.
No, we do use the golf course sometimes locally here, and they're very generous in allowing us to do it. And we run a 5th and 6th grade Phi Ed course out there. But this is very unique out here, and you're right, Hank. I mean, volunteers. Volunteer, you sometimes hear that word like always asking for volunteers and kind of dreading it. But really, it's trying to find your passion and what you're interested in, and then put yourself out there and create something and work together with other people to make a better community and have fun with it.
Oh, I think of just things recently, like we have Judy and Bob Osterman and Carolyn Watson and Jay Estison and the girls from the drugstore that do the community flower gardens. Go out and water those things and take care of them here, and getting ready to put everything down here as fall approaches. It's, in fact, fall is here. But Jason, I really appreciate you being on the program and everything that you do for our area, not just Frazee, but the whole neighborhood, and helping promote the canoe trail, the water trail.
It's been enjoyable and working together for the greater good.
Yeah, and next week we might have something about stand-up paddlers, because we're getting ready to do a cleanup on the Otter Tail River with the help of the tubing company. So, with that, hug the wife, kiss the kids, pet the dog, wave at the neighbors, and enjoy life. And we'll catch you next week on Spotlight on Frazee.